2, we're asked to apply this stuff to some different equations. So let's do this. If I say y is equal to x cubed minus 3 what does that mean if you were to guess? Well, first of all, what's the parent function? If you guys were to guess, what's the parent function of this?
X cubed.
X cubed. So y equals x cubed. Now, do you guys remember what that looks like? A cubic always looks like this. It comes in through the origin and goes up like that. Now, what do you think that minus 3 does to it? Huh? Well, is it inside the parentheses or outside? It's outside. So what does that mean? It's going to move it 3 units down. So if I were to graph this, instead of graphing the parent function, I would come down 1, 2, 3, and that's kind of how my graph would be. It would be more like this. Same function though. So now let's verify those results if we're guessing correctly. So I'm going to say x to the third power, and then I'm going to say x to the third power minus 3. And see what it is? I mean, it's basically the same function. It's just slid down 3 units. Does that make sense? All right. Now let's do one that has it on the inside. So I'm going to change, and we're going to write a new function. So now what we want to do is we're going to say y is equal to x plus 2 cubed. Okay. So again, the parent function is y equals x cubed. And if we graph the parent function, we already know what that looks like, right? The parent function looks like this. It comes through the origin. It kind of does like a swoopy, snaky thing. Now, is this inside or outside the parentheses?
Inside.
Inside. So what does that do?
Left.
Yeah, left. It's the opposite direction, so we're going to go to the left 2 units. So what we would do is, I like to pick a point on the graph. So that means I'm going to, normally the point would be right here, but I'm going to go 2 units to the left, and I'm just going to graph it like this. And that's how it should go. Let's see if that's what it does. So now I'm going to change all this, and I'm going to put in parentheses x plus 2, and then I'm going to raise that to the third power. Whoops. And that's exactly what it did. It just shifted it over just 2 units to the right, correct? Okay. Let's do one more, shall we? Now, this one isn't in the textbook, but I want you guys to write it down. If I say y equals x plus 3 cubed minus 1, how would you graph that? Well, I go 3 units to the left, 1, 2, 3, and then this is 1 unit down. So that's where my little curvy swoop will go through. It would look like that. Is that right? How can we verify? Just graph it. So I'm going to change this to plus 3, and then on the end here I'm going to say minus 1, and that's exactly what it did. Any questions?
Nope.